We walk from Ire, trek from Ire.
To buy exercise book in Ado.
Exercise books. So things are changing. And developments have taken place when it comes to transportation. We trek from Ire.
So should I say up school, sir?
Yes, up school.
Up school.
I entered Christ School 43, and my father accompanied me to Ado then. I was in Christ School for 2 years. Standard 5 and Standard 6. I didn't go through a full secondary school system.
Welcome to Unwritten Chapters, the podcast where we go beneath the surface of the story you thought you know to find the lessons that were never written down. I am your host, Ayo Ogunro. We are sitting down with a titan of history. Chief Francis Adebayo Daramola has lived through 99 years of change, service, and grace. While his public life is a record of immense fulfillment, we are here today to open the chapter he has never shared with the world. We want to know the man behind the service, the one who navigated the storms of the last century with resilience and inspire. Chief, it is a rare honor to have you here, sir.
It's a pleasure having you too.
You have lived almost 100 years and you are still active and vibrant. Before we talk about your achievements, tell us, who is Francis Daramola today? When you look in the mirror at 99, what is the unwritten secret to the energy and peace you see in yourself?
Thank you very much for coming. It's delightful seeing you today. And you've asked me a very pertinent question. There are so many things that happen in one's life. Even if you say you have written a book, you cannot put everything there. You only write some salient issues, happenings, occurrences in your life, and allude to people you have come across, and you just reminiscence over issues, but you can't put everything in a book. As you said, I am Francis Adebayo Daramola. You called me Chief? Yes. That addition to my names was brought about by history. When His Majesty Oba Adeyeye Deonire of Ire, Samuel O. Adeyeye Onire of Ire, in 1950, when he was celebrating his 50 years on the throne, as the oldest reigning Oba in Ekiti and around then, it was then he installed me as one of the honorary chiefs. And they gave me the title Mayegun of Ire Ekiti. That was in 1985. And because I retired from active service, it was after my retirement from office that he gave me that title, along with some other honorary chiefs he honored that day. A year after, that was 1986, the Alara of Aramoko then, Oba I forget so much these days. About Arachowole. There's Samuel Arachowole gave me the title of Obagbuwa in Aramoko, in the presence of great men, great honorable people, including Bishop Adetiloye of blessed memory, primate and metropolitan of the Church of Nigeria, Anglican Communion then. With some other notables there. We were only 3 honored that day.
Okay.
I was one of them. Chief Adeleye of Igedura, Igede Ekiti, a retired surveyor of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He too was honored with a chieftaincy title. And the third of us was John Oyegun, former governor of Edo State. So 3 of us. And it's very, very interesting. There were no Aramoko citizens among all 3 of us. And the 3 of us were honored because of our contributions to Aramoko and then the community. And generally for our what we have done in our different vocations. So that's why I'm a double chief. At home, they say there are some of them who call me double chief. And well, I grew up as a toddler in a Leku compound of Ekiti. My father was Ezekiel Daramola, and mother Esther Daramola, both of them blessed memory. Of course, it's if I'm going to my 99th year, I don't expect that my father should be alive now. So, but they are blessed memory. And I attended primary school in Iri, St. John's Anglican Primary School. It used to be a SMS school, a school established by the CMS then. The term Anglican was later added to replace CMS after the evolution of the Church of Nigeria into a large organization. In those days, the catechists or pastors in those days would, before about Christmas time or a little before Christmas, go around to beg for pupils to be sent to school. So the highest class in attainable in under the CMS sponsored primary school then was Stand 2. So, and it's very interesting. For our textbooks, we had to come to Ado to buy a science book, the textbook, pen, ink, and all the rest of it from the CMS school at Okesha there. CMS bookshop there at Okesha there. So it was in that my first in standard 1 that I first came to Ado. That was 1941. Came to Ado to buy a size book. We walk from Ire, trek from Ire.
To buy exercise book in Ado.
Exercise books. No, there was no other place where you can get all these things to buy, except Semes bookshop. Somewhere around Okesha, the new road that to now have the flyover has removed that building. It took us normally 3 days to carry out that exercise. Traveling from Iri to through Afao, busting out at Okela. That's 1 day. You can't buy any book then. You can't get access to the bookshop because some people shall have come from various parts of Ekiti to that place. Second day, we wake up very early to go and line up. So second day, you buy your whatever list you bring. Then third day, you go back to it. Today, you see there is this difference.
You can get from Ado to in 30 minutes.
Well, not now, because you have to go through Igbemo.
Yes.
To Poli Road and to Keshaya. Alternatively, you can, if you come via Ifaki,
yes,
you know it will be about 1 hour plus.
Yes.
So things are changing and developments have taken place when it comes to transportation. But then we did the trek.
Yes.
Even in 1943, when I entered Christ School, we trekked from Ire.
So should I say up school, sir?
Yes, up school.
Up school.
I entered Christ School 43, and my father accompanied me to Aduden. We had one, Mr. Jegede, who is an English tailor. He is a tailor building suits and all this rest of it. Not the Agbada type. He didn't specialize in Agbada, but they call him English tailor. He's a friend to my father. And we stayed in his house. The morning of the day of reception, a day in January, my father accompanied me to Christ School for enrollment. And he returned to Iri. I was enrolled as a full border. Some people came under non-boarding. Then the school, they will stay in the school, but they prepare their own food. They bring food from home. But in my own case, I was a full border. And how much were we paying? About 5 pounds. West African currency note then. So I was in Christ School for 2 years. Standard 5 and standard 6. I didn't go through a full secondary school system.
Why?
Well, this is another interesting story. As at that time, Christ School existed as a central school for Ekiti. Most other schools had the highest classes in their schools up to Psalm 4. So the best of them were selected representing areas. As at that time, Akure was part of Ekiti.
Yes.
So Akure exists, Igbara Odo, Igbara Oke, Sharon Ero, and all those things. And they even the main church in Akure there, St. Luke's or so, or something like that. Dalimo, who was the head of the school, he was superintendent to a reverend who select from Ado zone, Kere zone, Kole zone, Ushi zone. No, they bring us together. For our standard 5 then, we were only 2 classes. About 75 or so pupils. So, Christ School was a commonwealth then, from the whole of Ekiti, except Ekiti, which included Akure then. So, I was one of those lucky ones. I came via Ekole axis. Now, so why I didn't go in? By the time we were finishing standard 6, Christ School started to have an unofficial class 3, which were being prepared for Cambridge School certificate. And I was fast. My own interest then was to go and teach. I was qualified to continue class 3, but I told a lie that my father hadn't the money to make me continue Christ School. I was being fascinated by those who were my seniors in Ire. 2 of them had come to Christ School. They went to teach, and I too went to go and be a primary school teacher. I was fascinated, so I told a lie, and that lie I paid for. I may later come to that, or I may say it. At a time I wanted to come back to Christ School to come and start class 3. I was not taken, so I had to go in for teacher training, and I had to spend some 9 years before I could go through secondary school with Cambridge to pass Cambridge. It was a punishment. I had to go and teach.
Because of that lie?
That lie. And it's not good to tell lies, because the consequence will be there.
So the lie you told for
I went
1 minute.
Yes.
You used 9 years to pay it back?
No, to pay it back. Took me 9 years to go to qualify to have a Cambridge school certificate, because I taught for some years. So, that's about it. Education, then I came to Christ School. Later, I went to teach. Then I taught for 5 years, from 1945 to 1949. And then I had to go for teacher education, teacher training. So, when I calculated, I saw that I had a space of 9 years. And by the time I entered university, if my classmates who continued in class 3 had gone to university in Ibadan, some abroad and so on and so forth. And they came back, and much later, before I graduated, to be able to come and key with them. Some of them included Jonathan Akinola of Ido, Asabia of Central Bank of those days, Olujongwe Shingu, we call him nickname, it's a service, and a number of them. But thanks to God, I managed The story was like that of the Israelites who were sent to Babylon, who were taken into captivity in Babylon under Nebuchadnezzar, and God brought them back and from captivity. In my own case, the number of turning around I had brought me to Christ School for 2 years, 1960 to 61, to teach. As at that time I had gotten 11 subjects, 4 at 2 sittings, and 6 ordinary level GC. So that qualified me to come to Christ School in 1960, January. And I was there till 61 when I got admission to go to university. But as at that time, some of these my friends, classmates, had graduated. They were already in government service here and there. But thanks to God, it went like that, and I have no regrets. But I learned my lesson, not to tell lies. So, well, the rest of it about how I got my own education, maybe it's maybe subject of another question.
Yes. Thank you so much,
but
sir.
I know schooled part of my primary education in Iri, part in Ikoli, St. Paul Sologede Ikoli, before I came to Christ School. So, but education has changed these days, and you can now. In fact, there are those who attend primary school in Ado here, secondary school in Ado here, and university in Ado here.
Only service will take them out.
Only service. But in my own case, I'm a part of primary school in Ado. I'm in Nili, part in Ekole, high school,
Ado.
2 years. I obtained a first school living certificate. A first school living certificate issued by the Department of Education, Lagos. Then.
So, thank you so much for all you've said, sir. This other question is, you are 99, almost 100.
Almost, no, not on.
Almost 99.
Almost 99.
When is your birthday?
June 6.
Okay. Almost 99.
Yes.
So, what is that unwritten secret to that energy and peace we see in you?
Well, in the first place, longevity belongs to God.
Yes.
It's not my own making. And that one is able to live up to that time. God gives the health. It's the gift of God.
Yes.
But again, there must be some discipline. These days, people are so lackadaisical. Children, you won't believe it. Children using themselves in such a way that the abuse is there. In our own time, it was just pattern discipline that you can't mess around at all. So that self-discipline, which we went through, maybe, and it was fundamental to our upbringing of the strength, no misuse of yourself. You even fear your father seeing you holding a girl in those days. You can't. And the lady fears the parents, seeing them fooling around with any boy. But these days, primary school children, these days, so I believe the use of self and the discipline that was inculcated in us was quite important. Then the amount of food we ate then, our menu was the one that gives you energy, plenty of yam, pounded yam, and beans, ferigede, utili, and all those, those ones. Then banana, plantain. These were common foods, but not the exotic. These exotic ones these days, I think, they were not around. Even biscuits were not very common. If you are given biscuit in those days, you will treasure it. So, and then all these hot drinks. But these days, somebody can just go to the next small shop in front of the house and buy this rubber, plastic, something. And then you feel that it's strong, but it's having an effect on his frame. Then when I grew up, I was interested in sports. Played some football. We did running around. We did moonlight night. It plays that really the television doesn't allow now. So, for instance, when the moonlight, under the moonlight night, during the moonlight night, those of us in the neighborhood, we will go congregate and enjoy the moonlight and the folklore and so on and so forth. Sometimes, if the female doesn't come out, we will sing. Àjíkẹ́ ẹ̀sùn pọ́npọ́n rí pọ́n o, ọ̀ṣùpá ẹran dànù. Eye rẹ̀ mo jẹ́ ọjáde o àti poro ti poro. When she heard that song, she will come out. The parents will allow her. But at the appropriate time when we disperse, you will go home. But those are not possible now. Not possible because of television and technology.
People finish eating now, and the next thing is to sit and be watching television.
Yes. And some of the television, some of the programs they view are, some are not to be seen, screened to children of that beyond 16, 15 or something like that. But they like those, what do you call them? You know the name they give something they give to those television programs. This place, I can't remember, but they are those ones which are very funny and not really teaching much to us as those of us of our age are concerned. So I did even at college. I played football for my teachers training, first team. I did grade 3, did grade 2. So it's a long thing. It's only in the university that I didn't play football, but I played tennis. I went to Sierra Leone. That was where I studied. And when I came out, we played football for our community and played I represented Equity. I represented Owo when I was in teacher training Owo. In Owo, St. John's. I was playing for our divisional football association. So, well, but by and large, discipline of life, grace of God, and all those things combined, and the care of the parents, and the type of feeding we had, may have contributed to my being boys own eye, but I ascribe all the whole thing to God.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, you were born in a different world from the one we see today.
Yeah.
What is one unwritten rule or value you learn as a young boy in your 1930s, that you feel our modern world has forgotten, but you still live by every day?
That's a very intriguing question, because that time it's fairly long, and situations have come and have gone, and one important thing is that I know that we kept to in those days, which seem to be absent, is fidelity, truthfulness, and honesty, which is the best policy. In those days, traveling from Ire Ekiti to Afao to Ado Ekiti, you find along the road banana, sugarcane, maize, products of the farm. Some which you can, pineapple, which you can eat there, with the amount of money for as the price for each unit. You find it there. The man puts it there and goes to his farm to work. You get there, you are interested, you put equivalent amount of money there, and you carry whatever you want to carry away. And the man comes at the end of his working day, he comes to collect his money. That type of life cuts across, even between Ado here and Ilawe, when we walk, or within Ado and Uroko here. You see that type of display. These days, if you dare do it, you wouldn't meet a kobo, whether your money or even the good, everything will be packed away. It's so funny that even banana will grow like this. These days you find the very leafy on top, the fruit shall have been cut off
away,
and the stand will be there. It never happened in those years which you mentioned. So honesty is the best policy, and the parent will be weeping if the child is reported at home that he stole in the school. These days doesn't matter. It's part of the trouble.
Yes, sir.
And not only that, sense values have altered. I say, remembering that you are the son of Lagbaja, doesn't matter. And see the amount of things they do to steal money through the telephone. It doesn't happen. although it's part of technological development. Then, fear of God. You know, some people will say, where is this your God? What has he done for you? But people believe in fear of God, which is the beginning of all understanding. Then if you go out and you are given a gift, even if it's something that is edible, in those days you will bring it back, you will bring it to the house.
To show your parents.
To show the parents. I went to so, this is what I was given. These days, so moral has decayed. Truthfulness is not anything. Honesty is not very much, why do I have to be honest if I can? If somebody who stole, taken to court of law, and is freed. The judge will say, judging from the evidence before me, if the evidence before him covers up the fellow, is free. I remember in those days, there were an occasion when somebody stole another man's yams and he was caught. He was made to carry the yam throughout the length and breadth of Ire. And people were just... So those values which we knew in those days are no longer there. And it's unfortunate, because if Nigeria is going to evolve a powerful nation, the fear of God, if you fear God, you won't kill your neighbor for fun. If you fear God, you will keep his commandments. There are 10 of them. 6 for God. 4 for God, 6 for the common people, your neighbors. So, and question of these days now, if you discipline another man's child in the school, you might be sued to court.
Yes.
You will fear even letting the parents know that you are disciplined in the school. The parent, if you misbehave, the parent can go and flog you in the school. So these are issues. And even then, the amount of effort we make to learn, to succeed in those days, with all these piccolo lamps, and with seriousness, that type of seriousness in those days, it's not there. So I believe that that these are part of the things that are banes of society today. And early marriage, it's too bad. But these days, so I think I've mentioned a few.
Yes, sir. So, thank you, sir. Your life is described as one of the service and grace. But every long journey has its hidden mountain. Can you tell us about a time, perhaps in your 40 or 50 years ago, when you faced a private crisis or choice that almost broke you, but you've never told the public the full story until today?
Well, the experience of life, at one time or the other, there are times of joy, times of sadness, times when you even feel that what is it life about? I know of a time where when I experienced the greatest inhumanity to man that almost made me to hate some people, but I kept it. Now, when by 1959 I had qualified to enter university, I filled forms. We didn't have JAMB in our own time, JAMB exam. We will only apply to universities abroad, not many in the country, then about 4 or so. And then you are abroad, and then Ghana. So as at that time, I had gotten 4 A-level subjects at 2 sittings, plus 6 ordinary level at 1 sitting, including English. You must, before you can have a certificate, ordinary level, you must have passed English. So 6 ordinary level, including English, plus 4 A-levels at 2 sittings, which qualified me for direct entry. I applied to some universities, and I had to send the confidential report form to my employer, and the employer wrote back to me to tell me that I was under bond, which I signed when I was in the teacher training, and therefore I could not process my confidential report. And when I got the letter, I was down. I almost committed suicide. How can somebody do that? It's because I was teaching in a modern school. Some of my colleagues who were teaching in Christ school had their own confidential reports signed by an Onyibo, and they were they were admitted into universities. But me teaching in the mission school with an officer in Ibadan called the Assistant Education Secretary, he wrote back that they can't release me to go. It's wicked.
Wickedness.
And I have not told this story to many people. I kept it to myself.
What's the name of the man?
No. The irony is that when I graduated, the son of that man came to take exam in Abadina village center, which I supervised. And I interviewed him, and I said admissible. I can be admitted. And he was admitted, came to Christ school, the son.
You didn't pay evil back with evil.
No. The son. And the son, each time he came to Christ school, I would just look at him. Even after that son has graduated, I didn't let him know what his father did to me. It was a very painful experience. Another one was the type of transfer I got from Christ school. From a transfer I got when I was in Aramoko as principal. They accused me, they wrote a petition against me that NPN members were meeting in Aramoko District Commercial Secondary School. The people were told a lie. They forgot that I married in Virginia, and I got married to an Virginian woman or lady who was a relation to my boss in Christ school, Ogunlade. principal. So anytime he was going to Eriginya, he would call in my house in Aramoko. Or it was when either going or coming back. And he knew my interests as a teacher in sports and so on and so forth. He lost me. No NPN came to my school. No meeting of NPN there. The letter was forwarded to the highest authority in Ondo State then, and who believed that it was true. And they transferred me from Aramoko to Ore.
Wow.
I was there for 2 years. My classmate was chairman Central Schools Board. I'd asked for him, do you believe about this your letter? He said he doesn't believe, but that a powerful authority said they should move me out. It's injustice. They never asked for me. They just took that decision. So that fellow had to transfer me. And I had to be there for 2 years. But I thank God I went there too, and I made an impact. When my mother-in-law died, the members in that community, especially in my parent-teacher body, sent a delegation of 5. I didn't invite them, I just saw them. They said they had it over the radio that my mother-in-law was being buried in Erigi. But they came because of what I did in that school. I believe
to be good.
I believe that people could be, even in politics, even around here, there's sort of my own, I know what some people say about him, but he keeps on doing what he feels he should do. So those 2 events, those were 2 sad events in my life that I can't forget, but I don't always tell people about it. And I thank God, God controlled me. I could not pay evil with evil. So another time was the death of my wife. After 62 days in the UCH, I want to feel that God was cruel. 62 days in the teaching hospital. The night before her death, she was the one who asked us to go to town, to go and sleep. And she was in high spirits. She just died like that. The following morning when I came to this, she's dead. It's packed already to the corridor, or to the veranda. Pained me, but it almost broke me down, and to lose faith that I say God. But I know God is the controller of her life.
Yes.
She died like the woman died. 62 days in UCH.
May our gentle soul continue to rest.
Amen. Amen. And in the process, during the 62 days, Bimbo did a lot. Gave me support. So at that time, he was working in Savannah Bank, Ilorin. To come almost on daily basis, come to finish work, come to Ibadan. Early in the morning, back to Ilorin. On certain occasions. And I thought of all those. I felt that God has not been fair to me. But who am I to question?
Then,
Recently, one of the members of my society lost his wife. And I told him, and I went there to greet him. I said, take example from me. So you don't need to sorrow. God's time is the best. And He knows when is to call you home. So some of these experiences have made my life something to be emulated, the courage that I summoned in the process. Now, she died in 1995, and I've not remarried. See, that is pattern. So maybe that is why one of the reasons why God has led me to face your camera today.
yes,
I don't know.
possibly. Hey,
Hallelujah.
thank you so much, sir. What is the one personal thing, a dream, a hobby, or a moment of peace that you've had to give up to become the man the public admire today?
Well, you know, it's like this life, to enjoy peace at mind, you must be able to sacrifice some things. Well, I love it, and I have it as a duty that I should be able to sacrifice some of my pleasure to give me peace of mind. I remember one day in this house, these premises, at about between 12 and 1 a.m., some people came to bang on this gate. Baba Daramola, njare, ràn wá lọ́wọ́. And I woke and I went to open the gate. What's wrong? He said a girl was laboring. At the time I should be sleeping. So where is the girl? They brought her. And I opened my car, put her inside. Somebody following us. And took her to a dispensary very near the inland club, Adebayo then. She was taken up there. They asked for the materials she will use. They said they left them in the house. I had to drive my car again back from that place to the house next to my building here, and took those things back to the dispensary. The dispensary is the one now called very near very near Baptist.
Okay.
It used to be very close to the inland club, but moved there. So before I got back to the place with the materials she had delivered, I was very happy that I did that humanitarian job without saying. I could as well have told them that my car is not all right. But I didn't. I fulfilled that obligation. And I was happy that that child was delivered safely. And when I came back, I told my wife. She was very happy, and I was very happy that I was able to do it. So there were times of feeling between goodness, choosing between doing good or doing the other side. But I've come to the conclusion that one should be able to sacrifice his pleasure. It happens since even in school administration. There are times when ordinarily I should take certain decisions, but I thank God throughout my teaching headship of 3 secondary schools, I never expelled any student. My teaching career, and it gives me joy. Even when a boy does not do well, instead of retaining him, instead of asking him to withdraw, I was promoting. Let's promote him. The tide may ebb and carry the weak out of the open waters. Yes. And I've seen a number of students who ought to have been dismissed during my teaching career as headmaster, who did not do well in school, but have come up very well in society. Society has changed them. So these are areas where I felt grateful to God that I was able to sacrifice for people. And it gives me joy. In this house, there's a room there. When I looked at the number of children who had lived with me here in that room, there were 22 boys and girls.
Wow.
Who had lived with me since 1986 when I moved into this building. Very recently, one of them came with a very big bag of purchases from now. Said it's come to play with me. Some of those students will come here. This house where I am living in, the solar system that is there was provided by Aramoko District Commercial Secondary School products.
Wow.
Over 2 million solar system. We are just chatting, and I said, this NEPA is not doing well. Ẹ̀yin bí ọ̀nà ìkíní kan jẹ́ solar, kí ni mi ò mọ̀, mi ò ṣe science. And ṣé mo fẹ́ solar ni? Mo ní, if you can solve
the problem.
They said they go to work on it. And they went and worked for it. I've been using it for over 2 years now. Solar system. Over 2 million Aramoko District Commercial Secondary School pupils products. Ordinary teacher. But there were those of them who misbehaved, who ought to have been sent off, for whom I embraced and accommodated, disciplined in school. And they see me outside. One of my former products is Olufemi Adewumi, who was retired head of service here. Permanent secretary, yes. The head of service. There.
Wow.
One is Adebayo, who was auditor general of the whole of Ekiti local government service. Another one is Obembe, who was manager of Wema Bank in Ado here. The day I saw him, I couldn't recognize him. He's double my size. I said, well, Obembe. No. He said, no, not Obembe. Obembe is the one of that of Christ School. Oh God. You see, I'm forgetting this mix. This mix.
Sir, you even try to be remembering all this. You try to be remembering all this name.
Chesson.
Okay.
Chesson. Chesson. It's Chesson. Name says Chesson. So I met him at the Now shop. I didn't want to go to Now. A friend of mine said I should accompany him there. I said I would sit in the car. And that fellow forced me to
come down.
To join him, and I joined him. By the time we were entering, he greeted me, said, I'm Chesson. Chesson. Chesson something. It's an Aramoko child, our son. And he too was buying some things in the Now shop. Okere, Chesson, Okere. So my friend collected all we wanted. Then they asked me what I wanted. I said I didn't plan to buy anything here. To satisfy him, I bought a loaf of bread. But he paid for my loaf of bread and everything that my friend bought. I felt fulfilled because he introduced himself as my old student. And my friend cannot forget that occasion till now.
What's the name of that your friend?
It's Mr.
Oloni.
Oloniniyi. Yes, Shola.
Since when have you been coming together as friends?
1991.
Wow.
When I was in the local government, he was in the local government too. But when we left the local government, he's already gotten a house in Ado here. And I moved into my house. I've already moved into my house. So since we left the local government, we have been friends.
That's a good one.
Till now.
Yes.
Shola Oloniniyi from Igbimo. So he bought his things. Chesson Okere paid for it.
But maybe you've not mentioned it to anybody before. People write the chapter of your life who were at your lowest time. What will you say to them if they are here today? Can you remember anybody?
When it comes to my life, there are people who have written about my life, either in Facebook or at one time or the other and I was just thinking if I'm going to write before what is it called? I'm 100. If ever I'm disposed to write, I will ask some people to do some write-up. But certainly, many people have contributed to my life, the history, and to whom I'm very grateful. But I don't call to mind any particular person. But if there are people, I know people have played a role in my life.
Can you mention the name of those who have played a role in your life?
Yes.
That you can still remember?
I have.
And if they are today, what will you tell them?
I say thank you to them. I will, especially those who have saved me from trouble and who have cooperated with me at work and who have given suggestions to me.
Can you mention their names?
Well,
the one you can remember.
And Chief Ogunlade, Venerable Rufus Ogunlade Akin Ogunlade, former principal of Christ School. Olushola Bayode, who was very, very junior to me, but who later became my principal because he was principal of Christ School. It's been very good. Ebenezer Ojo, Ken Ojo, and everybody. And a friend of mine stayed now, Manuel Olowere, is a native of Each. He didn't write, but each time we discuss and share memories, I know he loves me so much, and we shared fellowship together. There was one of Suki, he was my best man at marriage. He's dead some time ago. And these were people to whom I would really want to acknowledge. And then there are some members of my church here in Adoya and in Ire who should be remembered, especially there's Baba Olora, who was my teacher in Christ school, but I was a member of a society in the church which Baba was our president. And at one of our Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, I had to give a testimony that God has been faithful to me. Me, a student, a pupil taught by Baba Babatola, and I'm now a member of a society living. Look at the difference here. God is a leveler. So it's a very interesting thing. And I want to acknowledge my doctor. In fact, I have 3 doctors in Naduk here who are personal doctors. Dr. Fasomade Adejoro, Dr. Odunayo Fagbeyiro, and Dr. Afolabi. All of them are members of All Saints Church, Opopoboro. They treat me free. They attend to me, except the drug they don't have. They will give me a piece of paper to go and buy. It's as good as that. These are people I should acknowledge. Although they have not written in that book. But their contributions to my life has been very, 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 very great. And I owe them a lot of gratitude.
It's an opportunity to tell them thank you.
I'm saying thank you to them, those people. And my son, my children, each of them knows what he has done to me. I will leave them to assess themselves, but I take them as people who have given me respite, especially since I lost their mother. But at various degrees of contribution. But they are good children. God has not allowed me to pay hospital bill on them. They are living well, and they are enjoying their children are doing well. They don't bear us for school fees from me. If they give me, I will take. If they don't give me, I just leave them. Daddy, that's all right. But nobody has given me a problem among them. And I thank God for it. So, and I will thank them for their contributions. Each can assess himself. But I know I wouldn't want to give them any rating.
Yes.
But I know God has blessed them. I have 14. I have 13. I have a football team.
Wow.
Grandchildren.
Grandchildren.
A football team. What's a football team?
12.
11.
11.
And two reserves.
Okay, yes. Full team.
So, and they're all doing well. They're making me happy. One of them gave me that what is it called? Water borehole.
Bo.
That's the site of the borehole there. One of them paid for it. He didn't even tell me, commission somebody to come and make it. The car I'm using, one of them bought it. And the others have done one thing or the other. During my 90th birthday, one did the program. It's a fine artist. And it was very, very, I so like it, and I still keep one copy of the program which that fellow did. So, and their wives too, they are doing well. So these are people I should acknowledge. And I have some of these young coming up boys who follow Bimbo. Their college in Ibadan. Seminary. They were being handled harshly. I said, these young boys shall grow. Don't treat them like this. I didn't know that they had. The young shall grow. And a number of them have become bishops. Bishop Bankole is one. The Bishop of Lesha Esauke. No, is it Esauke? I've forgotten his name. And the one who has recently, the one present Bishop of Ekiti, Ajayi, one of them that have grown, the young that have grown. Oluyamo, Bishop Oluyamo, Lesha North or something like that. No, they are growing. They call me the young shall grow. It's because I feel young ones should not be treated. Bọ́mọdé ò bá kú àdàgbàlagbà náà. Ó bá mi ní Christ school. Àbí mo rò pé ó wá Christ school.
Mi ò wá Christ school.
Ó wá unfortunate.
Mi ò wá Christ school sir. But mo lọ sí school kò rí.
Christ school and others.
And others.
Two schools in Nigeria. Christ school and others. So, I prefer, and one thing I did not tolerate when I was principal is for a boy from 1 to be treated by somebody from 4, from 5. Because what has this boy done? He says it's rude to you. What do you mean by rudeness? A boy coming raw to Christ school or to Adiko without having any basics or any tutorial before coming. You think it should be good to you. I mean, he should know everything, and then because he fails, you begin to teach him. No, I can't forgive you. So that's part of my philosophy. The young shall grow.
Thank you so much for your time, sir. Sir, our mission is to reach 10,000 young people with stories of resilience.
With stories
of resilience.
Of resilience.
Yes. If you could leave one unwritten sentence for a young Nigerian starting their life today, what would the sentence be?
Take life easy, because God has a plan for everybody. I think that we summarize my term, what advice I can give them. Because all this banditry, kidnapping and all the rest of it is because people want to get rich quick, and they don't have respect for it. They display human inhumanity to man. I'm not armed. You come to my house, you should begin to shoot. Pa, 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 pa. And what do? I surrender to you, which is a rather unhappy thing. It's because on the get-rich syndrome. So that's why I say be patient and take life easy, because God has a plan for everybody. Now, when I was in the local government, I was attending a seminar. I made a motion asking that Nigeria should allow everybody to arm himself in the home. The commissioner of police then objected, said our nature in Nigeria, we could do anything if everybody has a gun. I told them, if you are coming to my house with your gun, and I know I have a gun, my wife has one, if there's a grown-up child there too has one, you will hesitate to come. But and so I advocated that they should legalize possession.
I don't